demo of a keyword-driven framework which we have wrote in our right company. Okay. So the keyword-driven is a combination of data-driven and the keyword-driven. So we made it in hybrid framework. Where data-driven, we pass the data in Excel sheet, and keyword-driven, right? We write we use some keywords. With that keywords, we call some functions in the script, and then we record. So what is the logic which we did here is, so if we go to SRC test Java, let's test resources. There's a test data sheet. So in test data sheet, right, we written some test cases, manual test cases. We wrote scenario name, and scenario description, and test data and keyword. So with the help of this keyword, which we wrote, the script reads this particular Excel sheet, this keyword search, and it calls a particular function, that method. And next one is, it comes and fetches this data from this here, and then execute. So it's going to iterate multiple times, 5 times going to iterate. So this, what I'm doing is, I'm going to a Google Sheet, a simple test case, but the idea behind this to show a quick demo of quick keyword run. So I'm going to write Google. I type testing, and I click search button. I'm just going to click this COVID and going to come back like that. Then what I do is, right, I'm going to iterate with next. I'm going to find all the links and display it, and I'm going to click it and click back, and then I'm going to search with different set of values. So this is what I am planning in this particular script. First, let's run the script. Then we'll go for the understanding of the script. So what I'll do is, I'll run the run class. First, I'll execute. So you should be aware of Cucumber. Okay, then I'll go to run as, and I click test ng. So first it will type testing, then we'll get all the links, click the first link, then it will go back, and then we'll come back and click the second link. Then it's going to click some links in the site, and then it's going for the next iteration of searching with a different keyword. So this is what, right? First it's testing, next is 485. So this is a test data sheet which we pass. So it's going to iterate all these things and it's going to run. For example, right, first is testing, next is 485 and BC14. Like that, I'm just passing with the first with the string, then alphanumeric, numeric, right? We have different set of values. I'm just trying here so that it's match text whether it's matching that one. It's going to it's executing all these right iterations, right, with different set of keywords, and it's going to iterate. So here the basically the idea is, right, keyword with a particular keyword, we are going to use it and pass the test data in this test data sheets. So keyword is one framework and data driven is another framework. This we combine with and also add a test ng and Cucumber BDD. So it's a combination of multiple right framework here. So it's going to click each all the links from the particular search, and it's going to right click it and going back and come forward. Okay. Now, right. So let's understand the framework here. First, right, it's as I told you, these are four frameworks which is combined here. Let me explain you, right? So there are some four frameworks which is combined in this project. First one is keyword driven. Okay, so keyword driven. Next one is a data driven. Next one is right a BDD, right? Next one is test engine. So all these four frameworks we combine and we did here. So where the main core part is right, we are concentrating on the data driven and keyword driven. So data driven for passing multiple datas and keyword with help of some keyword search, searching with some particular keyword. Okay. So BDD, right? So you can see the future file here. So I've added BDD here, future file for Google search. Right. I given a future searching data in Google and searching data in Google by given different inputs. Browser is right given right precondition. A browser is launched and Google search page displayed and enter the data from sheet name and the row number. So I'm going to identify the sheet name and the row number here. From that, I'm going to right sheet name is right search and the row number, what row number I'm going to give that particular thing. Then I'm going to call it. So this is how it works. Okay. So enter the data from sheet name and row number and click the links available on the screen and quit the close the browser. So this is what is a red test case which I'm going to automate. For that, I've generated step definitions. Right, I have step definition. I've used it. First, let's understand the base class. I use a driver factory where the basic right launch code will be there. So right launching a browser, right. So this right for this understanding, you should know the basic of Selenium and basic of the framework. You can go to a past video for understanding like config.property logger, right. Launching a browser with different browsers, right. These are all basic things you should know, right. Right. So first, right, I'll use a method for launching a browser with a Chrome browser, I can try. You can try with different browsers also in the loop case, switch case or if else loop. You can try with the different browsers. Next one is I've added right wait for element for waiting for a button, right to get clicked or enabled or a text box to be entered. Right, I wait for a particular element. Right, I use explicit wait WebDriver wait. Right, WWE is a new WebDriver wait. Right, wait until then expect conditions visibility of an element located. So I've used explicit wait here. So I use a try catch here. Then I use for first an element to be right. Wait for an element, right, to get visible. Next one is wait for element to be clickable. So right for right. For example, I'm going to click the search button. Next one is wait for right. Wait for element. Right. So next one is expected conditions. You are going to do it. Next one is screenshot. I'm just taking a screenshot of the right Google page. Right. I'm just going to use that screenshot. All right. Take screenshot, right, and get screenshot method to right take the screenshot, capture the screenshot, and right copy from right the destination to the right source from the source to the destination. I'm just taking a screenshot and just I'm pasting here. Okay, so right, so this is also right. One thing, one method I've added. These are all basic cell names you should know, right? Understanding about implicit wait, explicit wait, launching a browser, launching a Chrome. Right. So right before right jumping into this video, you should know understand the basics so that it makes easy and comfortable for you to go for the right high level concepts. Next one is right element, right. Next one is right as I told you, I'm going for Google search. I'm just going to go to Google page and enter a text, right. Get and just get the element from the text, right. Then what I do is I'm going to enter and click the button. I'm just going to the next page and coming back. So this is what I'm going to try in my right test case actually. So for that I created one match the method get text from the element. So I'm going to get the text right from the element and I'm going to paste. The get text from element is the element the test which is from this one, right? This test. So it's going to take the data from here and it's going to put in Google and it's going to run. So it's going to get text from the element. So I created one method. This method will get the text, right? right from the sheet, and it's going to paste it, right, and it's going to run. Next one is click enter button. So next one is I return a method for click enter method. Next one is click on a particular element. This also use right explicit wait. Right, so like that I've used some reusable functions for this right project, so it can be reused to the multiple right pages which I'm using. Okay, click enter button, screenshot, right, like that I've added right some capturing right. Just getting the list right of after searching, it's going to search page, and I'm going to get the all the lists, right, all the links I'm going to capture, and then I'm going to go back and come. So this is what I'm going to do. For this, I've added this right get links. Next one is right. I've added right pages here. Pages I've added right for two pages. One is a search page, next one is a result page. So in search page, what I'm going to do is I'm enter the data in the search box. That is going to come from the right Excel sheet element right from the util, and then dot send to element. Then it's going to come from the search box, right, and going to pass the value driver and the right right wait 20 seconds. Okay, so it's going to enter the data in the search box, then click on the enter button. So I've written two methods here so that right it takes the data. So search to element is from the element util, and if click enter by text, this method is in the element util class. So just calling this method, and I'm going to use it. Okay, so next one is I use XPath for locating the search box of the Google page. Next one is step definitions. Step definition files first, right? This will be called with the help of your right feature file for test step definition from the given right browser is launched and Google. So this will be called from the browser factory, which method which we created is launch browser. So this will be called from the browser factory. Next one is we enter data. So it gets the data from the Excel reader which we wrote. So Excel reader, right? We had right. We kept as a list, right? Get sheet name, get data both right. Sheet name and the sheet number. So first we want to get the sheet name, and we are given the Excel file path here and the sheet number. So we are getting with two things: one is sheet name and the sheet number. So either right, we want both things: sheet name and the sheet number, right? So next one is get sheet name and get sheet index. We can also write created a method for get sheet index and get workbook. So we have added this method, and the next one is right Excel reader method. We have added right. We are right finding the list of rows, right, and then we are iterating it, and we are getting the count, and we are going to just iterate with help of your right this one. Okay, so now so this is how we right we went for the step definition file and Excel reader. So first I'll get the Excel from the data from the Excel. Then I'll pass see the sheet name, what sheet name is going to go. And then it's going to get the row number keyword match. It's going to identify whether the keyword is matching from the data. It will match the keyword and get row number and get the keyword. So next one is it will check whether the keyword is matching or not. If the keyword is matching and the keyword is equal to search, then what happens? It goes to the loop, right? Then search the data, get row number, get data. Then it's going to enter the search box, right, in the search data, and then it's going to click the search button. So this is how, right, a simple code we have written. So this I'm going to run now. As I told you, it's going to it's going to iterate things. It's going to iterate 5 times. Right, five different set of keywords is going to take, and it's going to in the all the keywords is going to hit the links and get the links, and hit the link and again come back to them. So this is what we did as a part of this keyword data driven framework. Okay, so we have executed through TestNG and we are running through BDD. So it's a BD framework, TestNG for execution and the data driven keyword driven. Then we got loggers here. So we get loggers here. So we have added logger here. Then we had it 1 minute. Okay. And we have added report here, extent report here. So you can get the extent report. Searching with different inputs, right? We got the extent report. So extent report is also added here. So this is a simple framework which we did. Okay, so thank you guys. Right, if you need, if you still need our support, I can contact us. Thank you. Bye.